As it be now, the former governor of Anambra State, where they call Peter Obi, he don't come out, come address the situation of the country. And the way when Tinubu take address the nation on June 12th, will be the so-called Democracy Day, we them keep for the country, Nigeria. According to him, he say all of una wey be say una dey complain, say Tinubu no dey make the country go well. Say you people should listen to this. He dropped a video and said that Tinubu is only keeping his campaign promises. Why? Because he told us that he was going to continue from where the former president Buhari stopped. And that is exactly what he is doing. There's no difference. He's just keeping to his promise. So everybody should know this and know peace. That when President Buhari took over from Goodluck Jonathan, everything went up and the cry began to happen. Now, everybody was crying, complaining that things are getting tougher, things were getting rougher, that they need a better government. Goodluck was better. Goodluck was better. Now, Tinubu came and said that I want to campaign on the promises of this former president that you people are crying about, which is Muhammadu Buhari. Then he continued from there. So why are you crying? Why are you complaining? Peter Obi also went further to tell the EFCC that they should focus on major things, major corruption. People like Yahaya Bello, people that have looted billions of dollars, billions of naira, that should have rescued Nigeria from poverty, instead of going for people like Obi Cubana chief priest and Bobrisky. Look at here, he said, EFCC should focus on tackling massive corruption affecting Nigerians, not minor cases against Bobrisky and the Cubana chief priest. Peter Obi, I talk this one. Make una see waiting in talk when they interview for Arise News TV.
I would say that President Tinubu have kept to his campaign promises. Throughout the campaign, he consistently maintained that he will continue from where Buhari stopped.
See?
And that is done very well. I would say excellent. I'll give him excellent pass mark.
Wow.
And it's very simple. Dollar was 460, is now 1,005. Fuel was 238, is now about 700. Diesel was 844, is now 1,415. A bag of rice is 35,000, is now about 80. A bag of beans was similar, 35, is now about 90. Gari was 27.28, is now 49.50. A tuber of yam was about 2,007 to 3,000, now is about 10,000. Tomato basket is about 40,000. That is over 150,000.
Jesus.
Electricity is 66 kilowatts, is now over 200. You can go on and on. Our debts, even bread, which is a basic thing other countries are subsidized, like Egypt. Bread, smaller, medium bread was 450 naira. It's not 900 naira. The big one is 900, is 1,005. Our debt, like I mentioned, was 87. By end of last year, it was actually 97. The highest we've done within that short period. Now is about over 100 trillion. In fact, this year alone, the government, through the Central Bank of Nigeria, have issued and taken from the system borrowing of over 16 trillion naira. You can imagine the interest at almost 20%. It's about 3.2 trillion after 12 months. At that, last year, in a period of 9 months, we spent about 5.7 trillion servicing as debt interest on our payment. So add that. So overall, it's done well. Let's even go back to the overall of the economy. By the time he took over last year, we were still the biggest economy in Africa with $477 billion as our GDP, followed by South Africa, Egypt, Algeria, and Morocco. Today, we are number 4. South Africa is number 1 now, I think about $373 billion. Egypt is second, $347 billion, followed by Algeria, 266. And we are now 252 billion GDP economy. It's even worse when you go to our per capita. We are actually 1/4 of per capita of the list of these nations that I mentioned. South Africa is over 6,000 per capita. Egypt is 4,000 plus. So is Algeria. And then Morocco, which is 1,210, and we are 1,000 plus. So we actually gone low. We're coming from a low of per capita of 3,000 plus in 2014. So every other thing have headed south. Adherence to the rule of law has worsened. The country has been nepotism is at the highest.
Let's look at one.
Oh, now don't hear with hey, he done finally read. Peter, we don't finish this man. Finally. Well, because he campaigned on the promises of APC and Buhari, so what else do you want to hear? This is the truth of the matter. So there's no... People, we shouldn't be complaining because we saw it when people were helping him rig the election. When people were beating people, telling Igbos, you can't vote in Lagos, this and that. This is Tinubu's home. So today, the same people, I believe they shouldn't be crying because they brought this upon us. Now, they said that Mr. Obi said that when he appeared on Arise News TV, which was monitored by Sahara reporters on Wednesday nights, he said that the same energy that they are using to probe Cubana chief priest and Bobrisky should have been used to probe massive corruption affecting poor Nigerians. He said that EFCC secured a 6-month conviction against Bobrisky for mutilating the country's currency, Naira, during one of his public outings. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court in Lagos State had further adjourned until June 25th for the mention of a case against Socialite Pascal Okechukwu, aka Cubana chief priest, for the same offense Bobrisky was convicted for. The court had also granted Cubana chief priest bail at the sum of 10 million naira with 2 shorties-like sum after he pleaded not guilty to the allegation of mutilating and abusing the naira during his trial. Reacting to all these developments, Obi said that there are many pressing issues that demand the urgent attention and the intervention of the anti-graft agency than using public funds to secure convictions of abuse of currency. He said it is not budget padding today. It will be undisclosed subsidy payment, inflated contracts, and all sorts of things. These are issues I want our agencies like EFCC to start dealing with by not arresting Bobrisky and Obi Cubana. These are minor issues. Our agency should face budget padding squarely, not arresting Bobrisky because he dressed like a woman and spent 500 naira notes. You see, now there now our government, they get power. Arrest Bobrisky. Who is she? Who is he? Arrest him. I no talk say Bobrisky's dressing is good or good, but those are the list of things that Nigeria government should be fighting. Look at Yahaya Bello now. The way he knew self, where Yahaya Bello, where he did. Now, today now, he failed to appear in court. Yahaya Bello now, he failed to appear in court. Where is he? Upon all the money, where they don't thief. He failed to appear in court. Meanwhile, Bobrisky now is in jail. who is the daughter of such? Where the news of Yahaya Bello? See here, now be this one. Even on animal farm, Yahaya Bello wouldn't evade arrest as he's doing in Nigeria. EFCC says blame system for shielding him. So it is not even EFCC now. Like I told somebody, say, oh, EFCC should do their work. This one. I said, no, be EFCC job, because EFCC cannot overrule the organs at the top, the people who are controlling him. EFCC does not have such power. EFCC is only obeying command. You know, that is the reason why court will rule on something and the EFCC will not adhere to it. Court will say that this person has been discharged and acquitted. The DSS is still like EFCC, will not listen to that very order because the organs at the top have told DSS or EFCC not to carry out the court order. So in Nigeria, everything is violated by higher authorities. Meanwhile, in other countries, court is independent from government. They have the final say. If they say that this one is like this, the president cannot reverse court order with mouth. Yes, when court don't sentence person to prison, the president no go contact say, no, don't sentence him. No, they have procedure that they must take. The president should not be interfering in court affairs. That was what Buhari said. But today, what is happening? When court rules, the DSS will do their own, or disobeying the court order in a country. Is that not counterproductive system? Now, they say that, where is it? The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Wednesday said ex-Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, who is accused of 80.2 billion naira fraud, is being shielded by organs at the top. The EFCC Acting Zonal Director, Benin Zonal Command, Mr. Efa Okim, stated this during a familiarization visit to the Delta State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists in Asaba. According to the Punch, he noted that Yahaya Bello had ridiculed the Nigerian justice system by failing to present himself for trial in court. The EFCC is having a ruling legal battle with Yahaya Bello over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud that he looted. The EFCC had declared Yahaya Bello wanted for a failed attempt to arrest him and his repeated absence from court for his arraignment. I don't know whether they don't give him bail warrant to, but somebody who the army came to buy and he jumped fence and escaped bullet. He dey inside DSS custody today. Even appeal court don't rule say, leave this man, make the waka go in papa and mama house. So this country does not have that capability to try him. We still hold him, the press neck up till now. How be juju be that? The Nigerian immigration also placed the governor on a watch list. When asked on Wednesday why the EFCC had yet to arrest Bello weeks after he was declared wanted, and Okim claimed that the ex-governor was being shielded by the system, by the organs at the top, by the presidency, because the organs at the top is the presidency. They have the final say now. You dey see. So when they tell EFCC, don't go to Yahaya Bello, don't touch him, will they go? You want to lose your job or be one rot in prison? You never know anything. He said, this is the last question I expected because the shame is on all of us. Say no be only demo. Is that a question I should answer alone? It's not me. It is the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the EFCC Zonal Director said. That politely exposed Yahaya Bello, whose crime has been traced to him by allegation and has been invited by EFCC to come and explain. And for months, he is acting drama and we are all here wanting to ask questions. The shame is our own shame, not EFCC. So the same thing, you see the day when they wanted to arrest him, how EFCC was roaming and the police was outside. Police with the horses was outside stopping EFCC from arresting him. But what about Rochas Okorocha? What happened? He was inside his house and praying, God, please help me. Don't let them bust my house. They busted his house and disgraced him. But EFCC during his own day, police, the same police, EFCC came, authority, and the police block road. And we are still fighting we want to save Nigeria. You want to protest to save Nigeria. How can you save people when passive? Can you save Yahaya Bello now? That's my question to you. You think you have power, the monopoly to save Yahaya Bello or to save Tinubu? No, be Tinubu go give orders if they protest, say, oh, yeah, round them up and put them inside cage. And that's it. That's it. Even if you have a court signboard saying allow protest to hold, and Tinubu call IGP and say, oh, yeah, go and write them up with that court paper also. They will round even the court paper. They will round the court paper quickly, use and smoke, put you inside where they say where you put you. So that is the whole thing. You don't have the power. So we just do like this. They look the whole system. We go just come on social media. Hey, Tinubu do like this. Tinubu do like that. Hey, Buhari, this one. Yahaya Bello go just sit down one place. You know that in dance now. You just they drink juice. They sip something. They carry all those BB this thing. They will come the romance and body go the day okay. Why we are having high people? This country, Nigeria, it is funny country. See, according to them, they say, can't we catch him? We can, but do we go all out to catch him? Do we need to do that when he has his masters at the top? Can't they call him and tell him, you are disgracing Nigeria? What are you telling the world? Tell him to go and explain himself to others as they have done. Where are the ministers? Where are Yahaya Bello's colleagues? Even in his hiding. So Nigerians can't tell him this is not fair. Go and report. They are not going to kill you. But people are still eating and dining with you. EFCC now, they complain to all of us now. They tell us, say, I beg. Now, when I go tell Yahaya Bello, say, I beg, me go meet EFCC. Say, this thing a disgrace to Nigeria. That is to tell you that it's finished. It's finished. EFCC cannot even say, Pim. They can't say anything. EFCC is begging Nigerians now. Say, please, Mona tell Yahaya Bello, make a come now. I beg. He's still dining. Government officials are still visiting him. Somebody who is wanted in a country. Except say this country no get your time. My brother, my sister, you are a gunner. Make I leave am for here. I beg, Mona help me, they share my videos. May they reach other people here. I beg, Una. Do. Very quickly, I want to remind you, in case you want to send money, go Nigeria, make you use tap send very sharply. And the app where they send money with a better rate. Give any of your family in Nigeria, they will give you money on top of £5, €5, $10 on top the money where you want to send. Share this video and God bless you. Bye-bye.